So now it's looking like Canelo versus Mungia. Mm, let's talk.
Push the weight in our flex. Flex. The live is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. Nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Well, this came out of nowhere. Or did it? I wonder if the real supporters of the sport are getting to Canelo. I'm not sure. I'm wondering if the sounds from his unconditional fans are drowning out what needs to be done. And what needs to be done is proper matchups, matchups that make sense. I have no clue as to what is happening behind the scenes, only to report to you what I'm reading so far. And in my opinion, I mean, you could say you like this fight, but we're still not where we should be. I'll put the link in the description. It's an article from Boxing Scene written by the good brother Jake Donovan. Seems that Jaime Mungia and Canelo Alvarez may be a reality. All Mexico championship clash. You know, the weekend of Cinco de Mayo. You know, the fight will probably take force on May the 4th be with you. On my Star Wars head, you know what I just said. Let me give you a quote. It says, "I'm motivated for the next fight. It's going to be better than this one, and it's going to keep it getting bigger," Mungia said afterward. "We want the best at 168. We are going to be world champions. It should be a great fight amongst Mexicans. And if Canelo gives us the chance, it would be an honor to share the ring with him." You know, and here's the thing with Jaime Mungia. What people don't know is that, you know, maybe you haven't been paying attention. Mungia's been around for a while. I remember years ago, Mungia wanted that Triple G smoke. And there were people saying online that he was too green and he's not ready. Triple G kills him. I said, man, if he wants to hop in there, get him in there. He was waiting for his big break. These last couple of years are pretty much his breakout years. And he's making his statement. He won't be the favorite going in against Canelo. No one ever is. It'll be a fight. He's game. A lot of people are overlooking the fact that he's big. He's 6 feet tall. He's big, and he's going to show up with that Mexican heart. And who knows? He might push Canelo to the brink. It'll be a fun fight. I'm not downing that. I'm not. Please, do not misunderstand this video. I'm beyond, like, with certain things, I'm beyond joking at this point. I'm legitimately asking a question because I want a clearer understanding as to what the F is even happening here. This conversation is coming out of nowhere. I don't have a problem with Mungia. In fact, I would prefer Mungia over Jamal Charlo. Why? The time for Canelo to have fought Jamal Charlo was maybe about 5 years ago or so, when the franchise status was invented for Canelo to avoid Jamal Charlo. And I said back then, if Jamal is still undefeated for however long, the only time he'll fight Jamal is when he's on the decline. Now, Jamal had his, first fight back a couple of months back, after over a year layoff. Why they never stripped him? That's a discussion I've had. We can only speculate. I have my own speculations, but that's neither here nor there. But He's had mental problems. We don't know what kind of fighter he is. When he's pushed to the brink, we don't know. So when that fight was being mentioned, I didn't like it. I'm like, man, we don't even know what kind of, mental state Jamal's in. I don't care if he won his last fight. That's not the same guy I was used to seeing 5 or 6 years ago. It's not. Now, I do like Mungia as a more formidable challenge. I know he's not picked to win this fight. And I'll say again, no one is ever picked as a favorite against Canelo. But I think he'll bring some fire with him. But y'all already know where I'm gonna go with this. Is this the fight? If he was not gonna fight Jamal Charlo next, is this the fight that you wanted? Or on the count of 3, say it. The fight you wanted was 1, 2, 3. Put it in the chat. David Benavidez. Why can't we get that on Cinco de Mayo and Mungia? Let that be Benavidez, because I got Benavidez beating Canelo, but in all fairness, let Mungia be the defense. Now, the business aspect is, Canelo signs with the PBC. It was Jamel Charlo, then Jamal Charlo, and we're hearing Bud Crawford. That's what we're hearing. I understand that Bud is now bulking up, trying to fill out the right way at 168. We'll cross that bridge when we get closer to it. Right now, I'm not upset about this fight if it becomes a reality, but if you wasn't going to fight Jamal, I didn't peg you to fight Jaime Mungia. And this is no shade to Jaime. This is no shade. He's been, again, y'all, look him up. He's been around for a while and he's waiting for his shine. And maybe, just maybe, this is his moment. But everybody wants Canelo versus David Benavidez, man. Why is there no outcry for him? Where's the justice for David Benavidez? He's earned his stripes. That's the fight everyone wants. It seems that everybody else wants that fight except Canelo and his unconditional fans. Man, I'm not even going to clown you guys at this point. And I'll say it again, because a lot of people are going to try and chop this up and dissect it. No, I have no beef with Jaime Mungia. If this is reality, that's fine. I actually like this fight. I have no problem with it. I like this better than Jamal Charlo because I don't know where he's at mentally. Jamal needs about 2 more fights for me to even trust him. And that's just being real. I trust Jaime Mungia to go in there and, throw caution to the wind and give it his all. Win or lose. Win or lose. I trust him to do that. I'm watching how the kid fights. But I also trust David Benavidez to apply that same pressure. And I got him stopping Canelo. David Benavidez is visibly being frozen out, and people aren't saying enough. And that's the difference between supporters like myself and everybody else. You see, when I support a fighter, I want him to clean out his respective division so he could leave no doubt. And if he chooses to go up or down in weight, he could go wherever he wants to go. But as long as he fights his contemporaries, I'm with that. That's what I want the fighters that I support to do. And it seems that we're in a time where I'm reading more of these fans that are perfectly fine with the fighters that they support for whatever reason, not fighting the best, not fighting their contemporaries. You can have a person lateral to them in the same division holding a title. That's not the case here because Canelo is the undisputed champion. But look at 140. Look at 135. You can have somebody lateral right next to you. You could be the WBA champion. That person's going to be the WBO champion. And instead of unifying, one of these persons that they will have a silly fan base that'll make all the excuses in the world for their guy not to fight the next guy. They start talking about seat sales and he didn't look good in his last fight, and what has he done? And the fan base. I am so not used to this era. That's why I don't have debates. All right, I'm from a different era. I don't understand this seat sales talk. I mean, I comprehend it. But when you guys are in the same division and some of these guys are champions, some of these guys are mandatories, and when you have a fan base that just doesn't want to deal with it due to seat sales and shoe deals or whatever it is, that's when you lose me. So I don't want to go off on a tangent. I like this fight better than the Jamal Charlo fight. But I'm asking you guys, why not David Benavidez? If you're good with this, why are you not good with David Benavidez? I don't get it. Canelo doesn't need your protection. He's a professional. Please stop this. You're ruining the sport. And trust me, you guys are ruining the sport. Have you not been paying attention? HBO is gone. Showtime is gone. These are things I've grown up watching. Really think about what you're doing. How long do you think Amazon is going to be airing boxing? Think about what I'm saying here, y'all. Y'all going to mess around and kill the sport. And what sucks is the people that are just jumping into this internet thing and just jumping around beefing, you guys just got here. I can tell by how y'all type. I can tell by the little stinky videos you make. I can tell. You just started watching the sport maybe 3 or 4 years ago. 5 at best. And when the swamp is drained and no network sees value in footing the bill behind boxing, they're just going to move on to the next. And you know what you casual fans are going to do? See, you kids, y'all are from the Ritalin and Prozac era. You understand? Y'all have short attention spans as it is. Y'all going to stop with boxing and move on to the next. I'm a purist. I want to see the best fighting the best. That's why I don't argue with you fools. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this matchup. Bronx on deck.